Spurs in 5, not happening.
Bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
No. Everybody's catching smoke.
Bro, I'm not doing that. We're not.
Lakers in 7, not happening. I don't know what they were talking about. Lakers,
let me start predicting flagrant fouls and getting ejections. Let me start predicting that.
He elbowed him in the face, though.
I'm just saying, but like, if he doesn't do that, it's still Spurs and fouls. But I can't predict things like that. Like, okay. I don't weigh those things in when I make predictions.
Okay, your Cleveland strat not looking too shady anymore.
Yeah,
the Cleveland stuff was a little shaky at first, but it's not looking too shaky.
Glad you know. They don't lose at home.
Stoff ain't saying nothing crazy in a while, so I'm gonna hold the gun on him. I'm just waiting. I got my notepad.
Crazy, bro. I've been making great takes for the past couple weeks. I said OKC wasn't gonna lose into the Western Conference Finals, right? I said the Timberwolves are gonna beat the Spurs, and I'm still standing on that.
We might as well start with the Oklahoma City Thunder since we keep mentioning them. The Thunder did sweep the Los Angeles Lakers, ladies and gentlemen, 4-0, ending it in LA. And I mean, God, oh God, they look inevitable, dare I say. Thunder in 6. Thanks for joining us here on Beyond the Mic Sports, where we go beyond the surface and give you takes you won't see coming. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay in tune for the vibes. Yeah. I think they win in 6 games next series no matter what. I don't even know what to say. They got 4 all-star talents as far as I'm concerned. They got 4 of them.
Nah. Okay. You can't do this because he was killing a cone.
What?
Bro,
okay, that's fair.
It's just like, he did step up though. Like Mitchell's hooping, but I'm not about to gas it because it's the Lakers at the end of the day.
But he's been doing this all year, bro. When he's been healthy, he's been doing it all year, bro.
When he just did in that series all year. He was genuinely just a top 3 guard this round, that series.
Yes, because he actually got an opportunity because J-Dub went down. But whenever J-Dub's been down, he's been hooping, bro. They've been winning games without Shea. They've been winning games without Chet. They've been winning games without J-Dub. AJ Mitchell is mad good, bro.
He is mad good.
Mitchell is mad good.
But
and oh my God, what they were saying in the chat, yo, I'm gonna wait till they can defend themselves because that was disgusting.
What are you talking about?
75% of the league is all-star talent. 75% of the NBA is all-star talent. That's blockable. I'm not gonna lie. That's that's blockable. Anyway, continue stuff.
Dell, you're wrong.
Bro, no.
For the first time, I ain't gonna lie, I'll applaud you, bro. For being honest and stuff. I'll applaud you. I see you've been watching Thunder games. I thought you wasn't really watching the way you've been reacting and acting in the past couple episodes. But yes, AJ Mitchell has been doing this throughout this whole season. He literally was going to win 6th man of the year. Literally was going to win 6th man of the year, but he's been starting games so much because people been injured. Chet was gone. And every time people would be like, oh, Shea, he was carrying the team. When Chet was gone, Caruso was gone, Hart was gone, Dub was gone. AJ Mitchell been averaging more than 20 points when those guys was gone. But obviously, Mark Daigneault, he really liked Luguentz Dort. He really liked playing that guy. I don't know why. I don't know. It's a lot of other people that can do things just as he can do. And also shoot threes. Shoot the open 3 ball. Shoot the open 3 ball. AJ Mitchell been doing this. You feel me? When Dub come back, I think Mitchell should come off the bench. If it's not looking too good, depending on who they playing, I think he should start. I'm not gonna lie. If they playing the Spurs though, I'm not gonna lie. You can't play in that series, gang. I'm gonna be honest. If they play the Timberwolves, they can just run it back because they like to bully the Timberwolves. But I'm not gonna jump into guns. You know, that's all I gotta say about OKC. Shout out to the Lakers. The main question is LeBron coming back? I doubt LeBron coming back. I feel like they're gonna pay Austin Reeves, but also, I don't think they should pay Austin Reeves. You can't. Now I'm noticing in the NBA, you can't have 2 of your top players that can't play defense. I like Denver Nuggets. What's up, there?
I agree with that.
So remember a couple episodes when everybody looked crazy and was like, yo, the Lakers are trying to win a championship. And I said, yo, maybe Austin Reeves shouldn't rush himself back because if he rushes himself back, he's going to fuck up his bag for the rest of his career. So what did he do this player when he rushed himself back? I'm on everybody's top because apparently my takes suck. I'm on everybody's top. So remember when I said Austin Reeves shouldn't rush himself back, is going to fuck up his bag for the rest of his career, excuse my language, and now he's come back, and what did Austin Reeves just do in the playoffs? I'd like to know. Del, you could answer that.
Makes a fair point. I don't think he messed up his bag because, I mean, come on.
He highlight. He did.
He cooked his bag, cooked it, deep fried it.
Oh, Derek,
fish fry.
Yo, Derek, we thought Luka was the worst defender on the team. He might not competition.
Bro,
yo,
AJ Mitchell, collective, the defense on that team just sucks though.
No, I ain't gonna lie. JJ Redick is disrespectful. Like
they were targeting him, but and then it's just like I don't know, because it's just like that's what I expected from the Lakers. So it's like I just knowing just none of them were just gonna like. Bro, that's expected, bro. They don't play defense, bro. Kenny tried to go in this second half stint where the Lakers they're showing now and they're doing this and that, bro. They never play. They were never a defensive team. That was expected.
Belt at 4-0 belt. Like I don't know
that game one he did cook himself though. But
he cooked his bag, bro.
Like, bro, back on the Mitchell thing though, bro. He was not giving you 60% shooting beforehand, bro.
Who? I'm sorry.
Mitchell, he was not doing that. Like I said, he was
AJ. You're talking about AJ.
Yeah, AJ Mitchell. He was not doing that.
Okay, bro. He was a lot more efficient.
He was hooping. I'm not saying he wasn't hooping, but bro, literally, he was one of the best guards this round.
Correct. And I think that was more of an opportunity. But for example, not every player that you give an opportunity to is that.
Exactly.
I think that's fair. I think that's insanely fair to say. So therefore, the reason I'm saying AJ Mitchell is an all-star talent because I could give Rui Hachimura that same opportunity, and he's just not that, ladies and gentlemen. He's just not that. You know what I'm saying? That's just never been Rui. Love Rui. Solid role player. Good NBA player. But he's just not that. So that's why I think, like, bro, that is an all-star talent. I'm pretty sure he's in year 3. Am I wrong, Steph? I think he's in year 3. Year 2. This is year 2. He was hurt last year, correct? Right. He was hurt last year. This is year 2. They won a championship with Adam. He comes back. He's playing all-star caliber level basketball in the playoffs. It's not just the regular season. In the playoffs. Like, dog, so to say anybody, no. That's not normal.
Way,
bro, no.
By the way, he was doing this last year too.
Before he got hurt, he was.
3 minutes before he got hurt. I'm not gonna lie, AJ Mitchell been good, but the problem is that, like we said, this team is too stacked. And this remind me of another Brunson situation. But I think Presti is gonna handle this very well. You do got a lot of role players that's getting paid $20 million because you do got a lot of players that's in a rookie scale. But I'm gonna say that it's just not AJ Mitchell though. Like Jerry McCain, man. Jerry McCain, man. And you know what's crazy about McCain? It's certain games where Dagnall will be like, I'm not gonna play you. I want to play Isaiah Joe more today because he's just gonna give me more on the defensive end. And he just comes in every time and put up at least 10 points with ease. And he plays so well off of Shea. I can't wait to see what this team gonna look like next year. But also we got to see how they even look further against these top 2 Western Conference teams, which is the Timberwolves. I want to give a shout out real quick before we get to the next topic. Shout out Rui Hachimura. Beautiful playoff series. Right?
Play very well.
Shout out Jackson Hayes. You did what you could do. I know you feel a little disrespectful that this man Aiden is starting over you. Because, man, this boy Aiden, like I said, Chad.
So him going to get that chain is insane, by the way. That's an insane thing for him to do, to go get a dominating chain while he's getting swept. That's an insane stunt to pull.
Shout out dominating. He's just a little soft, bro. It happens.
Yo,
not every big is a big like that. You know what I'm saying? Not every big is like that.
So wait, hold on, because I want to say this while we're on the topic of the Thunder. Because Staff, he's talking about how his team is stacked. Like, low key, you're starting to sway me with the super team thing.
It's true. I've been saying it for literally a year, but nobody wants to listen to me because I have that.
I feel like people don't agree with it because connotation of super team is like a bad connotation. So
yeah, correct though. But how many times though do I have to literally say to people, guys, they're not a super team because they're top heavy. They're a super team because they have 11 starters.
11.
How many times do I have to say that? I don't understand. It feels like, bro, I say full words and people hear half of them. And then it's like
11 D to end it off. 11 starters, 5 All NBA defensive teams, 3 All NBA players. and a
And
few
I'm sorry,
draws.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Del, get your last word in.
No,
Correct,
you
Steph.
that bad. That was your take. I was just saying you starting to sway me because like they are deep, and it's like I'm starting to see it. But it's just like I feel like super team has a bad connotation, so people don't want to call them a super team. But it's just like in a sense,
They're pretty super, dog. They're pretty super, dog.
like,
They're pretty super. Speaking of teams that are exceeding expectations, though, I wanted to kick it over into the Eastern Conference with those New York Bing Bong Knicks. We got to talk about how the New York Knicks made the sweep and got their brooms out there and started just mopping and sweeping the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Sweeping the floor. People told me Sixers in 6. Negative. Just negative. I didn't like it at all. Negative.
I'm gonna start this one off.
Okay.
I did see the Sixers gonna win. I like to admit my wrongdoings. Definitely said the Sixers gonna win. I thought the Sixers overcoming the Celtics. They had a lot of energy. They had a lot of super power from their top 4. But what I noticed in this series, man, Mike Brown is just changing his offense, man. He's just changing the offense. He opened it up for more for the wings to, score early and Jalen Brunson to take them home. Shout out to Miles McBride. He's been great off the bench. Landry Shamet, great off the bench. And Mitchell Robinson gonna do Mitchell Robinson things. But this team is very deep, and coaching really comes a factor with this. Thibodeau did not use his players; he only used his starting lineup and maybe a 6-man. And Mike Brown is using a lot of people. You even see certain times Jeremy Sohan came in the game for a minute. And this is the Knicks. The Sixers though, y'all got a deeper problem. Deeper problem in this. I bet Derek, you know this. I've been defending MB for a long time, man. But bro, I heard something the other day on Twitter where he only played 68 games 3 times in his career. Everything else been under like 30 or 40. That's bad.
It's bad, bro.
yeah, I can't. Well, I ain't gonna lie. He's like one of my favorite players in the NBA, but I ain't gonna lie. He's the problem. He just can't.
Yeah.
His body won't just allow him to play the sport of basketball, and as a franchise, that's just not good. Because like him having to sit game 2 is not good for your team. It's just not like just taking a random series off. So like it really like you said, Stat, it really is a deeper problem because he's the best player on your team at that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I were the Sixers, I'd probably trade him now. I think he's at. Okay, let me gather my thoughts. I don't think his trade value will get higher than it is at this particular moment after coming back and beating the Celtics down 3-1. So therefore, if I was going to move off Embiid, now would be the opportune time. He's in his 30s. He's coming off surgery. He didn't have a terrible series. Nobody's slandering him right now. You're not seeing him get dragged. This is the time where I would trade Embiid, and I would honestly do it for depth. I think that would be my biggest thing. I do it for depth. I like VJ. I like Tyrese. Paul George wasn't terrible. He's not Paul George anymore, but he really actually wasn't that bad. And that's come from somebody who's not the biggest Paul George fan in the playoffs. But I think I'd look to trade him for some depth. But I want to talk about the Knicks. I mean, bro, Deuce McBride is hooping. Deuce McBride has come out here and has given the Knicks a real spark off the bench. And I know Knicks fans love him. Shout out Deuce. They've been saying it for a while, but this series, like, it was like, wow, like, I'm feeling every time. I'm feeling all your minutes, feeling all your impact. And I think it was apparent, especially with OG and Anunoby not playing in that last game.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not moved. I'm not moved.
Wow, really?
Can't lie, I'm not moved. I think the Knicks definitely have a chance to make the finals. Like, even a chance to win it, probably. But I just don't have them making it out the conference finals. And it's more so the fact of, like, I don't think they've got that challenge yet, to be honest. Like, I really don't think they just, like, to me personally, they just haven't been challenged yet. And I think, like, this next series is going to challenge them. And honestly, if they play the Pistons, I probably would take the Knicks. But I got the Cavs over the Knicks, by the way, if the Cavs win. But yeah, I just think the fact that they played the six, like but here's what I'll give them credit for this: they aren't just beating the bad teams; they're like killing them. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely, and then they're doing it in, like, crazy ways, like, offensively, they're, like, scoring points, like, they're doing it, like, in a historic way. So I will give them. That's why I think they have a chance, but it doesn't move me too much because of the people they're playing.
I don't know, bro. It's the playoffs. You play who you play. Play who you play.
But, I
I'm gonna
mean,
be
yeah,
honest.
that's why I said they're beating the teams that they're beating them the way they're supposed to, but I just think the fact that they haven't met a team that's really gonna, like, because the Sixers, bro, I don't even, to be honest, they've really made it past the Celtics because the Celtics don't have a body to match Embiid. So you go to the Knicks who have multiple bodies to match Embiid, and it's a completely different story.
I told people Mitch Robinson is gonna play a big factor.
Yeah,
in
I
that
said the
series.
same thing. I said he was the X factor in the series because he has the body to match Embiid.
Yep.
And then you got
Yep.
the games where Embiid just didn't play.
I also think they're not there if Tatum's healthy. Sorry. I'm just also gonna say that. They're not there. In my personal opinion, I'm a Jason Tatum guy. They're not there if Jason Tatum's healthy. But that's okay. I just don't know. I like the Knicks, but I think like now is when you're really looking at the East and you're like, damn, it's kind of weak. You know what I mean? Because now Boston's gone, you know, and Embiid's not healthy really, but he's playing, they lose. You're looking at the Pistons, and it's like, okay, you guys struggle when you're not at home. You look at Cavs, they do the same thing. It's kind of like, all right, Knicks. I mean, if you don't make it out the East this year, bro, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'd be
You know what
bad.
I
I can't
mean?
lie. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, it's like, I don't
It's
know.
definitely their best opportunity I think they get in. I'm not gonna say in a while. I feel like they could probably do this again next year, but I feel like this is your best opportunity that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's right there. It's right. You go against the Pistons. You go against a Cade who hasn't been in that situation before. A team who hasn't been in that situation before. Like a bunch of guys. That's why I say if they play the Cavs, it would kind of be a better thing to me. I feel like you got a lot more experience and deep like team like in that way. I feel like the Pistons is going to get to them.
That's fair. They're gonna be well rested too, coming off
Well rested.
Well rested.
coming
Same thing
off
with
4-game
Kicks.
series, which is gonna be nasty, which is why it's Thunder in 6. But speaking about the Cavs and Pistons so much, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people have been in my mentions talking about James Harden, fear to beard. James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade, by the way.
What?
Yes, I'm on that train. Yes, I'm on that train, but that's also a different topic for another day. Talking
Mm.
about fear the beard, Cleveland versus the Pistons, chat. I was worried when they went down 2-0, but now the series looks
That was
a
crazy.
little bit comforting, ladies and
I'm not
gentlemen.
moved.
I don't know.
I'm
That
not
was
moved.
crazy.
I'm not moved.
By
I'm not
who?
moved.
By what?
I'm not moved by the Cavs tying up 2-2. That's what they supposed to do. That's what they supposed to do. Now, the game 5 is going back to Detroit,
Okay.
and Detroit is going to destroy. Okay? I'm going to tell you this, right? The Cavs are a home team at the end of the day. But
This is
who
true.
is the number 1 seed in this series? I think Detroit is taking this at 7, and then Detroit and New York going to be a good series. Shout out to Cade Cunningham. He kind of been slowing down since he been playing in Cleveland. Hopefully he pick it back up in Detroit. Yo, Jalen Durant, it's like you don't want to get paid. It's like you don't want to get paid. That's how you don't want to get paid. He was averaging 20 and 10. 20 and 10. We need you. We need you. Karis LeVert outplayed you last game. Duncan Robinson is doing his thing. Asar Thompson can't shoot, but he is so valuable. Dennis Jenkins. It's a lot of people that you finna get y'all know how I feel about contracts. Y'all know how I feel about $60 million. Jalen Durant, you're finna get $40 million, but you can't be playing like this. You can't be playing like this at all. You have to play basketball. You have to
Okay.
take that.
Okay, but I'm pushing back on that because the thing with Jalen Duren is he's not cheeks. He's not cheeks at all.
You're not.
He just doesn't trust the work that he's put in. All year he's been showing off that jump hook, and all year he's been showing off that elbow mid-range. Where has it gone? Where has it gone? He's not trusting his work. He's just trying to get these easy dunks and easy layups and easy lobs. Bro, trust your work. He was literally out here, jab step, midi, being a hub, pick and roll handoffs, taking it like a Draymond. Oh, I faked it to Steph. Now I'm in the lane. All of that is not there. He's not trusting the work that he put in. I don't really think it's not a I'm out here thing. It's a up here thing with him right now, I think. Because he's just not trusting the work that he's put in.
I could definitely see that. He definitely looks like a whole different player. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
completely different.
Like
it's like genuinely amazing when you watch it sometimes. Like,
yeah. It looked like it looks like I don't think playing scared is the right terminology, but it looks like he's playing not to mess up. When this season he was playing to be effective. I think there's two totally different things. But once again, he's my age. He's 22. So it's like your first playoff series, you're 22, all these eyes are on you. You're probably thinking in your head, I want to simplify my game. I don't want to mess up. I think he needs to open up his game, honestly. Shoot the middies, shoot the jump hooks, get one in the post, do what you got to do. Do it early, too, so you feel better about it instead of going to it late. I think really that's the biggest thing with Jalen Duren right now.
I can see that.
I respect that.
I can see that. I do need Cade and Tobias to step up next game. I've been watching basketball since I was young, and what I realized is Game 5 is very effective when it comes to who's winning the series. Game 5 puts a lot of pressure. Game 5 gets very unbalanced. Game 5 gets very heavy. You know,
That's true.
I do want to give a shout out to Donovan Mitchell. Spectacular third quarter. And I'm not gonna. A lot of people haven't been saying this, but if you watching the game, Dennis Schroeder has been taking a lot of like stress off Harden and Mitchell. Just has like ball handling, a lot of stress. Shout out to Dennis Schroeder. I'm not gonna lie, he's one of them guys like you'll forever remember just because like any team he goes to, he impacts them in a different way. Yeah, shout out Dennis Schroeder. Shout
Yeah,
out
he comes
Donovan
off that
Mitchell. We
bench
need to
and
see more of that.
he comes off the
Yeah,
bench and like he makes it known that he's here.
yeah.
It's important. I think he needs that. And this is pain, but I do want to give a shout out to Donnie Mitchell. I mean, like, he's not like, I don't know. Donnie's weird, bro. Donnie and Harden are so weird. I have no other way to say it.
and that's
It's just
literally
weird,
what
bro.
I was just talking about now on the last podcast because we came on here and it's like I don't know. It really must be a home and away thing with them because I really don't know.
It's weird.
Because I was saying in the last one, like they don't get aggressive, they don't attack, and they go home and they do that. They went and did that. They was like, okay, let's go win this game because that's where Harden and Donovan Mitchell. Like we watched Harden go for like 15 in that fourth. Then we watched D-Mitch do that in the third and the second half, and it's just like, but it's like when they were at home, it's just like they're so conservative. Like, oh, let me pass. Like sometimes Harden does this thing where he's so pass heavy. Like it was the clip where he was on the fast break. It was Cade Cunningham in the paint, and then he turns around and runs away and reset the play. And I'm just like, bro, get aggressive, attack that. And I just don't understand it at times.
And I think it's the same thing with Harden. But the thing is with Harden, bro, you have no excuse. Like, it's the same thing with Duren to me, but you have no excuse. It's because he's had a couple bad shooting games when he does play his style of basketball in the playoffs. Pat, step back three, rah. Bro, it got you here. If you don't know how to play another way, and I'm not saying that he does because he will turn into a facilitator, but I also just don't think Harden passing and not scoring is the same James Harden, right? So I think bro, just get it up, bro. Like, just get those shots up, bro. At this point, when it's specifically talking about Harden, with Donnie, I don't know what it is with Donnie. I feel like Donnie's always going to shoot. I just don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm just like Allen Iverson, and sometimes I'm Donovan Mitchell. And I don't know who, and I don't know what it's going to be on any day.
This is like he wasn't like this when he was playing for the Jazz. I think for the Jazz, most part, he was like mostly consistent. That's how we give the respect that we give him. But like on the Cavs, like he just, I don't know. I don't know if is it harder on the team affecting him a lot. What I do see is, it's like sometimes it's a lot of ISO play instead of like more team ball movement, and that's why we plausing the Knicks so much right now because they was losing with a lot of ISO play. They was getting exposed. As soon as they just start passing the ball around, they've been arguably one of the best offensive in the playoffs. I think the Cavs have to do more of involving their bigs and allow that
to say that, bro.
Allow them to open up, the 2-star players. Yo, shout out Max Strus though. Shout out Max.
Okay. So question though. From what you said, but is that on James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, or is that on their bigs not being fucking aggressive? Because when we really think about it, James Harden be passing it. That's what we're saying.
No, literally.
Donovan Mitchell has games where he be passing it. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, peekaboo.
I think with the two bigs, most of the part, especially Mobley, like, I'm not gonna lie, they soft. Like,
yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie. Especially Allen, he likes to fall on the floor a lot for some reason. But y'all gotta be aggressive because I'm not gonna lie, they don't have no big off the bench. A lot of their rotating players is Dennis Schroeder, and then you have the wings, Tyson, Wade, Merrill. They don't have no other big body. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Mobley plays the backup 5, Allen plays the 5. So when they're not playing good, that's a hole on their offense. And I don't know who to blame, but you only could blame them for now because that's what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying? But also, I don't know. It's just that I think Harden impacts his bigs a lot, and I'm not gonna say it's his fault because he is getting them good looks, but it's like they just not executing. You know?
Yeah.
Hey man, I
That's
think like Steph, like you said, that game 5 is important.
It's
I think
very
we
important.
we finally watched the Cavs take one on the road.
Hopefully.
I think the winner of this game though does win the series.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think this is the
I'm
game that
confused.
makes it breaks the series, to be honest.
That series makes my head hurt. All I know is they missed DeAndre Hunter. Well, when he was knew how to play basketball. They just need a dominant wing because if or not even a dominant wing, a semi-dominant wing, because a semi-dominant wing would relieve a lot of pressure that I feel like those bigs feel like they have on them, even though they really don't have any pressure. I've not heard any Jared Allen or Evan Mobley slander, even though Evan Mobley is not doing his part right now. You're an all-defensive player.
We know why he won that.
Shout out Wet Bananas. Speaking of Wet Bananas, ladies and gentlemen,
Facts.
we're going to keep it rocking and rolling down to Texas with those San Antonio Spurs and those Minnesota Timberwolves. Chat, we've had some really tough discussions in here. We got some people that hate on the Spurs because truthfully, they're scared that the Spurs are contenders to the Thunder. That's the real truth why we hate on the Spurs. But when talking about this series, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of those fascinating series to me because I think, shout out to Kenny, Finch is really proving why he should be a Coach of the Year candidate year in, year out.
Finchy.
I think he really has. I think he really, at least to me, I like Rudy is a good player with outstanding flaws. And Finch finds a way every year to get them to the Western Conference Finals with or without those flaws.
Finchy.
I don't know. I don't know where this series is about to go. I was rocking the Spurs in 5 train until Wet Bananas thought he was a young Kimbo Slice. But after that, I really don't know where we're going.
I'm gonna say this. Anthony Edwards, man.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards been very dominant in this series, especially when Wemby isn't playing. And I'm not gonna lie, like that's how you see it. That's how you know that Wemby is so impactful. Like when he's on the bench, like everybody's just like go before he come back. Like just straight go. Like straight go to the basket. It don't matter who's there. It don't matter if you get fouled. It don't matter if you miss. Just go to the basket. Because when he come back, that's not happening. And that's what I'm noticing in this series. Look when he got ejected. Straight paint points. Simple. And that's how they beat the Nuggets. But against the Spurs, that's why the 2 games that they lost, especially game 2, it's like they can't get to the basket. It don't matter if he's blocking a shot, but as soon as they see that 7-5, man, I'm going to go. I'm going to pass the ball out. I'm going to take a bad contested 3. Dylan Harper is going to get the rebound, go all the way. Like, Stephon Kessler's going to get the rebound, lob it up to Luke Cornett. This team is beautiful. The Spurs is beautiful. The Timberwolves, they understand how valuable Wemby is. And in this league, you have to have people respect you. And already, what is it, year 3 in Wemby?
Yep.
Year 3?
I think he's the best player in the NBA.
Stop it. Stop
No,
it.
I do.
Stop it. Stop it. I ain't gonna lie, stop
do.
it. Stop it with it. Stop it.
I'm with Dell.
Yeah, I know what
No,
my
I'm
take
with
is.
Dell.
Y'all know what my
I
take
think he's
is.
the best player in the league.
Stop
I think
it.
he's the
You
best
know
player in
what
the
my
league.
take is.
There's
Stop
no
it.
player in the NBA that impacts winning like Victor Wembanyama. And that's a big thing with me. Y'all know that. There's no player in the league that impacts the NBA game on a night in, night out basis like Victor Wembanyama.
Wait, how did you say Jokic is the best player for the past couple years and fighting anybody, arguing with anybody, and then when Jokic lose, now Wemby's the best player? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. No, stop it right there. Stop doing that.
I'm about to tell you right now. I'm about to tell you right now.
Make sure I clip this.
I'm about to tell you right now. So, yes, because I thought Jokic impacted winning more than any player in the NBA. That is why I said Jokic was the best player in the league. However, it really bothered me that he did not get out the first round this year. It bothered me to my core.
Oh my God.
It really did. No, it bothered me to my core. I'm not gonna lie. It bothered me to my core. So my number 1 spot is open for vacancy, and it's a crapshoot between Shea, Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. And I think Wemby is making a very hard push for it. That's
How is he better than
how I
Shea?
say it.
How is he
Huh?
better than Shea?
I think he impacts the game more than Shea. I'm not gonna lie.
He impacts the game more than Shea.
That's not
Mhm.
debatable.
Clutch player of the year.
That's not debatable.
That's not debatable.
It's not Mr. Clutch player of the year.
Shea is a better offensive player than Victor
I
Wembanyama.
think he's a better player overall. I think offensive gap, it takes it a whole different level.
No, I don't think so. I
Mm.
think we're looking at the best defender ever, and I think when you compare him and Shea's defense,
had
the
the
gap
same
is
numbers
the
as
gap
Michael
is so
Jordan.
much larger between him and Shea's defense than it is Wemby and Shea's offense. I think it's so much larger. I think it's so much larger.
Hold on, D. Hold on.
Okay.
Most people call Michael Jordan a GOAT, right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, he has the exact same numbers and better efficiency. So what are we talking about? And he led to his team 60 wins. How many years in a row?
I think it's just 2 or 3.
It's 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. And we're not talking about all the players they had this year, last year, and the year before. Remember, it was a year they didn't have Caruso or Hartenstein.
This is true. Year 1. This is true. Bro, Shea's
Look,
right there.
I like the argument. I like the argument.
It's a
You know how I
crapshoot.
am. I don't want you to jump into it.
No, I get you, and I understand the Shea argument, but the thing is, for me, Web Bananas hasn't played 2 games in this series. Or 2 games in this playoffs, correct? Loss.
Lost both.
Loss. Shea has had games where he is, and I'm not going to say take the night off, but he's had games where he has literally, like...
Game 1, LA.
Like...
Game 2, foul trouble.
Win.
Game 2, foul trouble. He's on the bench.
So, like that matters to me. The fact that the Thunder are a plus, like, 50 when he's not on the court, that matters to me. If you're a team that consistently wins minutes when your best player is off the court, that says a lot about how your team is constructed, point blank, period. So I think when I look at who's the best player and I'm thinking impact, and I'm thinking, okay, I know that this player is going to impact the game, impact the possession more than any other player in the NBA, which in me quantifies that you are the best player. Now, of course, winning has to back that up, which is why I say Wet Bananas. He's been winning this year. We'll see how that plays out. That's where I come up with Wemby. And that's exactly why Jokic isn't in it. Because to me, for a long time, Jokic was the only player that impacted winning at the level that he did. Because Vic does it both ways, I think it's like, bro, you can't go in the paint.
You can't.
Like,
you can't.
You can't go in the paint. And if I'm having a good offensive night, you're gonna lose.
I told him.
And if I'm having a good offensive night, you're gonna lose.
I told him. Because of those 3 players he named, Jokic is the best offensive player, but he's the worst defensive one.
Correct.
Shea is second in both.
Correct.
And then Wemby's the worst offensive player, but there's a gap between the defense.
It's like the gap is so astronomical. If the gap was like this, I'm with you.
But
I don't even think it's close if the gap's like this.
I also think it's a bigger gap with offensively when it comes to Shea and Wemby. Let's be honest.
I just don't think so.
Way bigger gap.
I just don't think so. He just gave you a 4-time depoy 40.
That's cool.
Give him 40 though.
Jokic gave Rudy Gobert 40. And B gave, like, come on. Rudy Gobert, I'm not gonna say he's not. I'm not gonna say he's not one of those guys, but a lot of talented centers, such as Wemby himself, put in work with Gobert. Let's be honest. Okay, Gobert won last series, right? But a lot of series we've been saying Jokic owned him. Gobert's an amazing defender. We understand that. But if you're a talented center, you can get your way against him. Because you're not gonna sit here and just back down and post up. No, you're gonna work him. Like, let's be honest, you're gonna work him. But I'm not arguing about Wemby being the best player. I just don't like how we jump in the gun yet. I feel like it has to be more respect when it comes to how efficient somebody been doing this for a couple years now. Like I said, defense plays a lot of parts, right? But also, I'm not gonna lie, the offensive side, as a guard, 56% field goal this season is crazy.
Yeah, and that's a lot of that's
crazy.
That's fair. That is a massive efficiency.
That's crazy. I'm not even talking about the points. Like he telling you 9 times out of 10, he telling you 6 times out of 10 he's not missing the shot. That's what he's telling you. And he shoot threes.
He does shoot threes now.
And he shoot threes. So
yeah.
But
I don't know. I like it. No, I like it. I like the discourse. And I still think Jokic is in there because, like, offensively, we've just never seen a player like that. But, like, I don't know. But
They'll
getting
hate
back
it.
on,
They'll hate
I
it.
mean, that's cool.
he
And
hate
all. I
it.
mean, that's cool and all. But I mean, like, I guess life easy over there in OKC. So I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
life
Like
easy.
bro,
His life sweet
but
over
I
there.
also
His
I
life
feel like
sweet
I'm the
over there.
only one that value that team, bro. That values and understands how crazy that team is to where you can just, bro. There's a lot of time. There was.
D, don't do that. Don't do
Bro,
that,
there's
D.
been a lot of years where
right
Shea
there.
just gets.
I was
This is
right
the
there with you.
year. You're right. This is the year that Shea's playmaking has taken a leap, and I'm gonna get right back on track. But years before this, Shea was dead ass playing 1-on-1. Dead
Yeah.
ass. Dead ass playing 1-on-1. Victor Wembanyama has never got the opportunity to even play 1-on-1 just because of his gravitational point, how big he is on the offensive side of them. So I'm saying it's a little different. It's just there's a lot of context that goes with the conversation, and of course who's surrounding you. When I have a guard that can't fucking shoot threes in the corner, I'm being double teamed on a drive. That also matters offensively. You know what I mean? So things like that. But speaking about guards that can't do shit, shout out Stephon Castle.
Yes.
I think that once again, I think the key to this series, as long as Wet Banana stays in the game, the key to this series is the backcourt between Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox. If they have semi-decent games, they win the next 2 games.
What if Ant give you 45 and Jaden McDaniels finally step up this series?
They give you 2 decent games as a unit. They win the next 2 games.
I think McDaniel's been slowing them down though this series for sure. Like he's been terrible. Like shooting the ball, creating a shot. Like he's been terrible. And Julius Randle, come on now. We all expected this.
Yeah, that was free.
He had one good game. People try to talk about Io. Io just came back from injury. I'm feeling like they rushing him. But you know, I feel like that plays a factor. But it does feel like we all could agree that it does feel like Ant is playing there. He's playing over there by himself.
Yeah, but it's Ben feeling like that when push comes to shove. Ben feels like Ant is playing 1-on-1 or not 1-on-1, 1 versus 5, and not to say 1 versus 5, but I think Ayo Dosunmu minutes have been huge. I think he's been hitting a lot of good shots, but I also think I'm not ready to poop on Jaden McDaniels because the job that he's doing on De'Aaron Fox is what's helping them have won 2 games. Genuinely.
Yeah, that's Jaden McDaniels though. I wouldn't expect nothing less from him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't care what he's giving me offensively. He's genuinely messing up Fox's scoring rhythm, which is helping them win 2 straight games. And it's not like he's still getting 10 points. Just give me something like 10 to 15, bro.
Fox didn't play good last series, Derek.
He played all right.
He played
all right.
He
played all right.
He had one bad game.
He had one bad game and he played all right.
No,
bro, the worst guard in the series, in the worst guard for that team in the playoffs has been Stephon Castle. It's been Stephon Castle.
Wait, what'd you just say?
I think the worst guard for the playoffs for them.
And I explained to you why.
Me personally.
I explained to you why.
That's what I think.
That's kind of.
I don't think
you want Fox to be so much better than Castle. He's not going to be that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like that's what you want.
He doesn't have to be better than
Castle's guarding the best player. Castle, look, he was guarding Anthony Edwards. Look, he was guarding Anthony Edwards. Mitch Johnson said, no, Julius Randle been killing Vassell. Go guard Randle. What has Randle been doing since then? What has Randle been doing? And not only that, he's shooting the 3 ball that you say he can't shoot. And he's attacking. He's scoring. He's scoring. When Wemby sits down, you know who's scoring the ball? Him and Dylan Harper, not De'Aaron Fox, gang. Not. Stop trying to sit here and force the second best player narrative. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. He's the second best player on the team. He guards the best player. He scores the ball.
Not there yet.
He's a way better defender than Fox. Right after Wemby, he's right. Like we know Wemby all up here, but we know Castle right here. And then there's everybody else. And Fox could get a little thing right there.
Well, I think Carter Bryant's the second best defender on that team, but Castle could be third.
No.
I respect it. And I also think De'Aaron's, I'm pretty sure he's made an all NBA defensive team. De'Aaron's a very good defender as well.
So also when he led the league in steals.
Yeah. But it's not about, I'm not saying that Castle's bad, nor am I saying he's not doing his job. But I think, once again, when you're not, first of all, you're not being guarded by the lead defender, right? That matters. Okay, so when my lead guard is getting guarded by the lead defender, and your job, that automatically makes your job easier. So obviously, in my mind, he's supposed to play better. He's supposed to look better right now. And I don't think that's a negative, nor is it a positive. However, that's why I always say the key to the series is going to be between Fox and between Castle. And that's why Dylan Harper's getting escape free, because when he comes in, he doesn't have to worry about Jaden McDaniels very often. He has to worry about Mike Conley. There's levels to this, right? There's levels to this. So obviously, it's but it's different. That's how impact is measured, bro. If your premier defender's guarding me, my impact's not going to be as felt as my number 2 or number 3, however you want to justify it, that's being guarded by my non-premier defender. Or getting practice shots wide open in the corner because my premier defender's guarding me. That's basketball.
As you're talking, you know what I just searched up?
What'd you search up?
All the plus minuses from this series. And you know who has had the best plus minuses on most of the games?
I'd probably say Dylan Harper and Wet Bananas.
No, Stephon Castle.
Really? Okay. I respect that.
Stephon Castle.
I respect that.
I'm not a big plus minus guy. There's a game you're talking about where he did not shoot the ball well. But I bet you. Okay. It goes a lot when it comes to the defensive end and his playmaking. We talked about the playmaking last year. His playmaking leaked. His playmaking leaked. But also, I think that a lot, Derek, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that comes with Fox not being aggressive with the ball enough. Like a lot more laid back. You know, I do think he needs the ball a lot more. I want to see that Sacramento round 1 De'Aaron Fox. No.
I respect that. All right, well, to end it off, Stav, I'm going to ask you, bro, give your prediction for the series.
I believe the Spurs is a better team. Higher quality players, more depth. But I also think coaching plays a part, and I think Chris Finch isn't mistakenly going to the finals, to the Western Conference Finals, 3 years in a row, 2 straight years in a row in the past. I think the Timberwolves in 7. I think Jaden McDaniels give you one good game. That's what they need. And I think the only way the Timberwolves will lose if Wembanyama give us that 40-point, 5 blocks, 12 rebounds. But overall, I think Timberwolves in 7. I think this is not the Spurs year. I see the Spurs win a championship in the next 5 years, 1,000%. I don't think this is the Spurs year.
I'm going to go Spurs in 6. I think...
You don't think the Timberwolves going to win again?
I don't. I'm going to go Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. I think that crowd's going to be rocking. And then after that, I think they're just going to close it out on their home court. I want Spurs in 6. Del?
Obviously, not can't be in 5 no more, obviously, because we got Draymond Green out there. So, you know, I'm low-key scared, though, now, because, like, I feel like the Timberwolves haven't just, like, I feel like the Spurs played bad game 1, and I feel like Wemby didn't play the other game. I feel like they haven't just won that game where they just completely just beat them. And that scares me a little bit. Like, while the Spurs are playing good, they just beat them, because they're capable of doing that. And that scares me a little bit. But Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. You know, Wemby's gonna, you know, it's Wemby, Staff. Come on, you know, it's inevitable. You know, it's inevitable.
Bro,
my God,
you know how I get, bro. You making his expectations even higher every time you talk about him.
It's cool. You know, he played harder against Chet.
Listen, you know Chet ain't guarding him.
To be determined, chat. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning into the Beyond the Mic Sports. Shout out producer E. Shout out Stav. Shout out Del. Shout out me, CEO D. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay in tune for the vibes for more NBA content. And wait till we start talking that. Wait a minute. The Bulls got the 4th pick? Oh, Darren Peters is a Chicago Bull.
Peace.
Yeah.